Hello traders, welcome back to my YouTube channel. FX Bright, the trade guru here. So guys, before the end of this video, I will be delivering to you guys a very dangerous strategy that nobody seems to be talking about. I've made a lot of money using this strategy, so you can have it as part of your arsenal, back test it and see how it works. So if that's something you want to, that's something that excites you, like and subscribe and turn on the bell notification, and let's get right into it. A Fibonacci fan is a technical analysis tool used to identify potential support and resistance level by projecting trend lines based on Fibonacci retracement level from a single point. It's a variation of the Fibonacci retracement where a trend line is drawn between 2 points and then several fan lines are drawn at key Fibonacci ratios. These fan lines are projected outward from the start point of the trend line, creating a fan-like pattern that can help predict potential price bounces or reversal. And so guys, let's take a look at this example. This is volatility 25, and you can see what the market was able to do. But I want us to analyze this using the Fibonacci fan. The first thing we want to look at is let's look at price from this level, and you see how price was able to go up, made a retest and projected all the way to the top. Now if I take off my Fibonacci tool, how you want to use this tool is to predict the future. So ordinarily, if I use the normal Fibonacci retracements and draw it from this top to this top, from that bottom to the top, I'm talking about from this bottom to this top, ordinarily you'll be able to spot the retracements around 61.8 Fibonacci. But the disadvantage of just the Fibonacci retracement is that the Fibonacci retracement doesn't tell you anything else about the future. You only get what the retracement should be, and if you look at my other video about Fibonacci retracement, you will understand how this point was a very good point to take your buy trades after getting this retracement, because if you look to the left, you can see a very good strong support or resistance zone around this point. So if you trace it all the way to this point, you will see that this place was a very good retracement. So but we want to use the Fibonacci fan to explain to us what we would have done in the future. Now here is a very good strategy that I developed and has made me a lot of money. Guys, you can take it to your own chart and try to back test it and see how you can make it better for yourself, optimize it for your own self. I've made a lot of money using this particular strategy, so you can add it to your arsenal. So guys, what we're going to do is that the first thing I'm going to delete that Fibonacci. So the first thing we're going to do right now is that we're going to include a two moving averages in this chart. So I'm going to go to my indicators, my main window. I'm going to put a moving average, period of 20, simple moving average, and I'm just going to leave the color there as red. So I click on done. So you can see my moving average here looking all good. So the next thing I'm going to put here is my another moving average. So I'm going to include another moving average, and that's a moving average of 10. So I'm going to change that number from 20 to 10, and I'm going to change the color to say yellow. Click on done. Alright guys, so you can see how the moving average is looking all good right here. So guys, remember, I'm just trying to analyze this market so you can see how to use the Fibonacci fan according to my strategy that I use, right? So what we're going to do right now is, remember, we drew the Fibonacci from this bottom all the way to the swing high, and we're able to get the retracement on this point. And also the fifth fan will be used for the same purpose, but the extra benefit of the fifth fan is that it will project all the way to the future to give us another entry. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out that fifth fan. So this is the fifth fan icon here. So I already have it. I'm just going to place it the way I did the Fibonacci on the bottom here and drag it to the top of the swing high. So if you look at this point, you will see where I positioned the first base and dragged it all the way to this top. And these are the projections of the Fib fan. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you my exact projections of my Fib fan, so you can copy and paste. I don't know if you can see it very clearly, but I hope you can. 88.8, 78.6, 61.8, 50, 38.2, 23.6, and 100 Fibonacci. And if yours doesn't have all this, you can include it. How you include it is you're going to click on the Fibonacci, you're going to go to properties, and you're going to go to levels, and you can see all the levels here. You can add it and add the decimal places of the same level. You can see how they look. Click on done, and you would have all those projections on your Fib fan. So look at when you project the Fib fan into the future. I want you to see something, then I will tell you exactly what this does. Now you can see what the market were able to do here. If you look at this point, you will see that the retracement from this first point happened at the 78.6 Fibonacci, right? You can see the retracement happened at the 78.6 Fibonacci. So what we're going to do is that we're going to wait for price to hit these particular retracements, but not cross these retracements. Okay, what I say we're going to do is that we're going to wait for price to get to these 78.6 retracement, but not cross these 88.8 retracement. So you can put that up in your retracement numbers. So immediately price is able to touch this. We're not going to take a buy yet. We're going to wait for price as long as the price has not gotten or touched. We don't even need it to touch this 88.8 Fib fan. We just need it to cross this one. Once it crosses, all we're going to be waiting for is for our moving average to make the first crossing. Immediately our moving average makes the first crossing. You can see how this yellow moving average crossed over the red. The moment we get the first crossing on the moving average, we will take a buy, right? So at this point, we'll be taking a buy. How you want to take this particular trade is, remember, you have to be able to get the first one. If price doesn't fall all the way to this one, you're not allowed to take this trade, because the first retracement happened on the 78.6. So we expect the second retracement also to first of all touch it. Then we get this crossing. The moment we get this crossing, we'll be taking a buy. Guys, I've made a lot of money trading this particular strategy. It's a very simple strategy. Even a newbie trader that started trading today can use it, and you will make good money as long as you follow the rules. And all you need to do. So what you're going to put your stop loss is that your stop loss is going to be below the Fibonacci, this 88.8 Fibonacci. So let's assume the retracement happened at 61, right? Let's assume the retracement happened at 61. You're going to allow the price to get to 61. You're going to get the crossing, and you're going to put your SL way below, and you're going to get a 1:2 ratio kind of trade, and it will be far up there, up above there, right? So this is the way to trade the Fib fan, guys. So let's see how this particular trade finally worked out. So you can see how the trade was able to get us all the way up to where we are supposed to go to. So you can see where the crossing happened. We would have been entering our trade around this point, put our stop loss just below the last Fib fan down here, and we'll be taking the trade all the way to a 1:2. Or you can just use your immediate support and resistance, buried just below the crossing, just below, right? So the moment you get that, you can be able to take your buy. So another way, like I said, to do it is, if you don't want to be using the if you don't want to use the SL to be below the last Fibonacci fan, because some people might want to, maybe if a crossing happen here, the SL being here might be a little bit too low for it, too far. So what I usually recommend is you can put your SL just below the last swing high before the last swing low before the crossing, right? So if you can look at this one, for instance, the crossing happened here. So the latest swing low that happened before the crossing is here. You can always put your stop loss just below. Guys, this works very, very well. This works so beautifully well, and you're going to make a lot of money doing this. Trust me. So guys, you can see how this particular trade went up, and you're able to hit TP on this particular trade. So let's see some other examples. And so guys, let's take a look at this other example. So what you can see from price is that price made the 1 2 3 move in this particular trade. So you can see how the market went up, came down, and broke the structure. So if you look to the left, you can see how this place formed a very good structure for price. So you can obviously even zone the area here all the way just to see how price was able to break structure. Now the moment you can see price going like this and breaking the structure, then we can be able to call this particular point a retracement. So it is on this retracement leg that we'll be projecting our fib fan. So when we draw the fib fan all the way to the top, we will be looking at this retracement leg. So let me do that and you'll see exactly what I'm saying. So from this bottom, we're going to be projecting all the way to the top here. So obviously you can see how price was able to retrace on the 88.8 fib fan, right? So we expect this 88.8 fib fan to do something for us in the future. So what we're going to do is that we're going to go. So you can see how price has been able to break this structure over here, and to add more confluence to your trading, you probably would like to leave that structure projected all the way to the future to see how price will come down to retrace on these particular places. So you can see how price was able to get, let me put this fib fan very more accurately. Alright, good. So you can see I'm just trying to make the fib fan touch this top and touch this also this top. So you can see how price was able to go all the way and is able to touch this zone, which is a good resistance zone previously, which will most likely become a support now. So once price is able to touch this our 88.8 fib fan, which has been extended all the way to this top, we will be able to, the next thing we want to do is to wait for this crossover of moving averages. And if we can find that crossover, so the moment price is able to crossover on this particular candle here, like I said, we're going to put our stop loss just below this last swing low, right? Put our stop loss below, and we'll be taking a very good trade for 1:2, and I'm sure we'll be able to hit TPs on this particular trade. So you can see how to take this trade, and you can see how the fib fan was able to form another projection here, where we could have gotten a very good crossing again for more trades, and we'll be able to take more profit on this particular trade. So guys, I hope this was a helpful video, so you can add the fib fan to part of your trading strategy, your trading arsenal, and make more profit as you trade the market. So see you guys in my next video, and thanks for watching.